Hi, I'm Shaz, and this is HKB, the channel where I take you to Hong Kong and beyond.
So welcome to all returning viewers, and an extra warm welcome if you've just found us. If you like what we do, please consider hitting the like button, and if you want to see more content, perhaps subscribe to our channel. Today we've got an interesting little oddity for you, a bit of a rare lost gem of Michelle Yeoh's. So at the moment she's currently very popular, having just won the Oscar. Congratulations, Michelle. We definitely approve. As some of you will know, in our top 5 actress list, Michelle was number 1. And of course, we had it right from the beginning.
We did.
Yes. But today, we're going to have a look at 1987's Easy Money from D&B Films.
Easy Money was directed by Stephen Shin. Why don't you give the folks a brief synopsis?
Okay. So this film is slightly reminiscent of the Thomas Crown Affair, if anybody has seen that out there. The famous film with Steve McQueen and Faye Dunaway. And it also has elements of Beverly Hills Cop in there. As we start off, we have a heist, and there's this rich lady played by Michelle Yeoh, and she sets up a disturbance in traffic so that they can take all this money from the racecourse, basically.
So it's being transported, isn't it, in like a security van?
So no harm comes to anybody, but they do take the money, and it gets dropped off via a helicopter into the sea, where Michelle in a speedboat picks it up. So she's something of a frivolous, like, playgirl. She's a very bored millionaire, and she's doing this for fun and kicks to see if she can get away with it. Now she gets pursued in the film by the mustachioed George Lamb, who is an insurance investigator, and she's also being pursued by a cop who's a bit relentless, played by Ken Cheng. And the film kind of focuses on a relationship that develops between George and Michelle as the film goes on. So I like this setup. It's not D&B Michelle Yeoh where it's like Yes Madam or Royal Warriors, but this film to me has a absolutely fantastic look to it. It seems like they threw an awful lot of money at this. It seems a rather lush production. Really
lavish.
And I just don't hear people talk about this, or when I do hear them talk about it, they kind of dismiss it. And I find that a real shame, because I think this is an absolutely cracking production. And if they were to remaster this, give it a bit of TLC like Eureka and 88 Films do, I think it would look $1 million.
Agreed, because we watched this DVD copy that you managed to find.
Yes, to whoever it was I gazumped on eBay, I'm really sorry about that, but I had to have this. I saw this DVD when I was in Hong Kong back in 2009, and I'd already bought so many that I thought I can't fit another one in the suitcase. So I thought I'll get it when I go home. I was never able to get it until just recently on eBay's. And boy, I'm glad to have picked this one up. I've always been a Michelle Yeoh fan, right from the days when she was Michelle Can.
As she was billed as in this film?
Yes, this was the film she did prior to her original retirement, when she married Dixon Poon. So yeah, this is the last film she did before that first retirement stint. And luckily, we've had non-stop Michelle Yeoh since then. I like this film. There's some fun segments in it. George Lamb proves how cool he is by having the most massive video and laserdisc collection in this film.
That was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
And the laserdisc he put on was Charles Bronson, 10 to Midnight. And I believe he also had 48 Hours playing in the background in one scene. So kudos, George Lamb.
Yeah, and he was watching several films at the same time.
3. Yeah, he's got us beat there for sure. So what were some of the elements you liked about this film, Shaz?
I liked the sort of jet setting. There was a bit of travelling around. There was a bit in Paris, Switzerland, as well as London and Hong Kong. We saw the Queen. There was a bit at the beginning where it showed the Queen in one of the parades. Not quite sure what parade that would have been, maybe Trooping of the Colour or something like that. So that was nice to see. And I liked there was a few sports cars in there.
Oh yes.
Very nice. And for me, it was interesting to see Michelle being. Well, she wasn't particularly bad, but she wasn't.
Wasn't clean cut.
Yeah, she was more sort of with a criminal character in this.
Yeah.
And that was interesting to see a different side of her, because things I've seen, she normally tends to be the good guy or good girl.
Yeah. And also, for a change in this, part of the focus is her image. I mean, Michelle's a beautiful lady, she always has been, but in this one they kind of play up to that a little bit more.
Yeah, really glammed her up.
Yeah, some really stunning outfits she wears in this, and
yes,
she looks.
And most of them were white. That she was wearing an awful lot of white.
Yeah, she looks breathtaking in this film.
Yeah.
And I really do appreciate that. Some of the action scenes, there's like a car chase that's really, really good.
Yes.
There's some under-cranking in some of those scenes, including a horseback chase scene between her and George Lamb, which I really enjoyed. But I think if you used to do that today, you wouldn't put the under-cranking in, because it starts to look a little bit comedic. But I still really enjoyed it.
There was more than just car chases in this. There was a little bit of hang gliding and some skiing. And I don't know if Michelle was doing the skiing, but that was pretty incredible stuff. Some stunts in snow.
Yeah, it's nice. Almost reminiscent of a Bond movie at that point.
Yeah, and actually, I kept thinking Michelle had a bit of a feel of a Bond villainess.
She did, which is funny because she was a Bond girl later on.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if that was deliberate or.
Yeah, the hang gliding reminded us of Man from Hong Kong. So there's plenty to grab onto in this film.
And of course, we have the fabulous Mr. Smooth, George Lamb, in there. And it was nice to see Kent Cheng featuring in quite a big role.
He's great. We love Kent Cheng. And just before we go as well, we'd also like to say, for you Shaw Brothers fans, Ku Feng's in there.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's causing the disturbance to help the robbery take place. So yeah, a lot of fun to be had with this one, and I definitely recommend it.
If you can find a copy, grab it. It's fantastic.
Okay, so that is all for this episode. We will catch you on the next one.